I know you're a super.
Hi guys, welcome to MCR. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video. As you can see, it is absolutely snowing like mad. So this is more for the ones who are maybe a bit more inexperienced with driving in the snow, or new drivers as well. I wouldn't say I'm completely experienced, as I'm not a professional driver or anything, but I have done a bit of driving in snow. I've driven in the Beast from the east. Now back then I did have a Ford Ranger, so if I got into a bit of trouble I could just put it into four-wheel drive and it just mowed right through the snow. Today we are going to be driving this. This is the 2014 Vauxhall Insignia. As you can see, it is pretty much covered in snow at the moment, so the first thing you need to do when you drive in the snow is try and clear as much of the snow off of the car as possible, as if you do have a snow on the roof of your car or like on the spoiler bit, I mean that's pretty deep, you can see. So if you do have snow like that, you will get pulled by the police, or there's a good possibility you will get pulled by the police. So you just need to clear as much off as you can, try and make it as safe as possible. So that is what we're going to do now. We're going to get all the snow for this as much as I can. I mean, it is still coming down. Don't know if you can see that, but it is still coming down. So we're going to try and clear as much off as we can. Then we're going to try and take it out for a drive, and I'm going to show you how to pull away and how to drive carefully in the snow. Right, so here we are. We've cleared the car off now and we're sat in it, ready to go. Always make sure you've got a decent amount of fuel in if you're going any sort of distance, because the last thing you want to do is break down somewhere or get stuck somewhere and not be able to keep yourself warm waiting for the emergency services. So please make sure you've got enough fuel in your car before you do any sort of distance. Now there are obviously a couple of different types of engines. So you've got petrol, you've got diesel engines. This is a diesel, so it's slightly easier to drive in the snow than is a petrol, just from the pure fact that on a diesel it's got a lot of high torque to it. So you put it into first, I'll show you, but you put it into first, you lift up your clutch and the car basically drives for you on that sort of side of it, just pulls away nicely. So there's minimal acceleration, and that's the key with driving in snow and ice. Minimal acceleration is always the best. If you're using a petrol car, put it into a higher gear before you pull away. So put it into second or even third if you have to. Pull away nicely, nice and slowly. Let the wheels grip and just pull you through the snow. Right, it is a bit dark, so hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. But I will be having you looking at the road, obviously. So hopefully you'll see what's ahead of me as I'm driving around, and I'll just tell you a few little things as I'm doing it. So like I said, this is the diesel, so your handbrake's off. So if I just lift up the clutch, a little bit of throttle, not too much, there we go. Just nice, just take it nice and steady, nice and easy. There's no need to rush. It's not a race or anything. Alright, so here we go. Going to go onto the main road now. So on the main road, try and stick to main roads if you can. Obviously they're going to be a bit more gritted. They're not as bad. But like I said before, if you've got a petrol or anything like that, keep it in a higher gear if you're going to be pulling away. The main thing that you want to do is not panic. You don't want to panic about anything. You don't want to panic about anyone around you. You don't want to panic about the snow, possibility of ice as well hidden in the snow. You've got black ice. Just relax. You also want to be aware of what's around you as well. So if you're a new driver, you might have started off driving when you're driving on your own without a radio. Well, do that again when it comes to snow, because you want to be able to hear things, you want to be able to see things, you want to be able to be conscious of what's going on around you, what other road users are doing. If you start panicking, the chances are you will get stuck, or you could get stuck. Right, so we'll just pull into this road here. There we go. So just, like I said, just take it nice and steady, like that. There we go. A bit more snow here, a bit more slush. Slush is it's not a nice one, to be fair, at all. It's all about being a bit confident, but the thing is, to build your confidence, you have to actually do it. And it's not a race, there is no rush. At the moment I'm doing about 17 miles an hour, so I'm cruising, but I'm in control of the car. I know exactly what's going on around me. There's not many cars around, which is great. If you're in a diesel, just kind of let the car do most of the work. Just a little bit of acceleration, not too much. Let it kind of pull itself out. Like I said, the torque of a diesel is higher than that of a petrol car. When you want to come to slow down, just take it steady. A little bit of brake, not too much, just a little bit. Give yourself enough time. Give yourself enough distance between you and the car ahead as well. Now this is a front wheel drive car, so it's not as good as a four wheel drive car. Like I said before, I had a Ford Ranger before this one. That one was rear wheel drive car, but you could put it into front wheel drive. Here we go. Here we go. This is a bit more snowier now, so you just slow down. Slow down. Take it steady. Doing 8 miles an hour. I don't really care who's behind me or what they're doing. If they really want, they can overtake me. That's entirely up to them. Take it steady on a downhill slope. The road is completely white. All I'm doing is basically put a little bit on the brake, and I'm using the clutch more than anything. If you want to, you can try and stick to where the snow is a bit thicker. Obviously not too thick, you don't want to sink or anything, but where it's a bit thicker, so that should give you a little bit more grip as such. There we go, see? Doing about 8 miles an hour. Things, what you got to remember, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what vehicle you're in. You could be in a rear wheel drive, you could be in a front wheel drive, you could be in a four wheel drive, you could be in an SUV, a sports car, a double cab pickup, which was the Ford Ranger. If you're gonna hit ice, you're a passenger. That's it. You're just gonna be a passenger. There's nothing you can do about it. You just sit there and go wherever the car takes you. So here we go, we're going to come to a nice, easy, gentle stop at the end of the road. Pull away in second on this one because that's a bit of an awkward road. So a little bit of throttle when you want to reverse. Mainly use the clutch. Try not to use too much acceleration. That will cause your wheels to spin. Obviously when you're in reverse, you've only got one sort of gear. You want to try and keep momentum going as well. I'm just feathering the throttle a bit there, just to keep the engine sort of going as I'm using the clutch a bit more. There we go. Again, it's not a race. You don't need to rush. Don't care about anyone else around you. That is the worst thing you can do, is care about what anyone else thinks about you. The other thing is, if you happen to have an accident in the snow, forget about all those people that say, "Ooh, you can't drive" and all this lot. It doesn't mean that at all. Best drivers will have accidents in the snow. It happens. It's one of the things you can't control. But you can try and minimize it by how you drive in the snow. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I hope you've taken something away from this video, and I hope it's given you a bit more confidence to be able to drive in the snow. I'll tell you what, if it snows and you're a bit unconfident or you're a new driver, just give it a go. Go somewhere nice and quiet, pull away nice and easily. Just remember, be confident, don't worry about anyone else around you. Use second gear if you have to pull away nice and easily instead of using first, because first wants to rev quicker, second gear will give you a bit more control over the revs. So yeah, thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel as well. There's plenty of other videos, car related videos on there as well that are a lot different to this one. So please check them out, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, bye.
I know you're a superstar.